Well, there's a surprise. I'm laughing because it's true. So many twos. Okay, what's at the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So your love life is in a situation or in some sort of scenario where you're not sure if it is somebody you want to take all the way. Can you see all these? Yes. Okay. You're not sure, or the relationship isn't going well. There's some lack of stability. That's what this is talking about. In your past, we have the Chariot. So this is swift decision making, swift direction, moving forward with something. And maybe somebody was a little too swift. Maybe a Cancer, maybe a water sign. We have a couple water cards here. And somebody's doing something that's a little too swift. I feel like it's scaring you, Capricorns. And so you're holding tight. You're holding onto your emotions, holding onto your money, holding onto your inner self, and not giving all this love away. They're certainly trying. This is somebody else, if this is someone else, they're definitely trying, and they're being emotional about it. And that's okay. There's obviously nothing wrong with that, but it's not to the stage to take it here yet, and you're holding back. It may be because you have options. This is your hopes and fears. You may have options. You may be juggling other people. You may be juggling jobs and people and schedule and kids and all that stuff. So what happens when an earth sign feels a little out of whack because so much is going on? What happens? They pull in. They pull in. So that's what you're doing. This is a benefit, or this is a challenge. This is what you're doing about it. Your foundation, Queen of Wands, reversed. She can be manipulative to get what she wants. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. She can be manipulative to get what she wants. When she's unhappy, everybody in the world knows it. What's crowning you? The Knight of Cups. Somebody's not moving something forward. This is interesting, Capricorns, because I feel like there's a fire energy and a water energy, and someone's trying too hard. You're closing off. Someone's getting really upset, but you also know you're wanting to take your love life in a certain direction. And it's almost as if like these people are making it difficult because you know what you want, but you want to also be kind of the leader in making it happen. And I'm sensing like that they're the ones that are pushing it, and it's stressful for you. But I gotta say, Capricorns, like, you can move things too slow sometimes and it drives people nuts, but at the same time, that's you. So if that's who you are and you want to take things slow, do it. I mean, no one's judging for you for that. It happens, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. It just might drive these people up the wall, but this is a really impatient energy anyway. And this is an energy that thrives off of emotions. So if you're kind of keeping your emotions under wrap, then they're going to stop initiating stuff with you. And you might be okay with that. But at the end of the day, you're bothered by it. You think you're okay with it, but you're bothered by it because we have this Two of Wands here. And this talks about past and future and just looking at the wholeness of your life and saying, what am I doing here? I'm here. I worked hard. And life is good, but like, what am I really trying to do here? This is you sitting there saying, what's life without family? What's life without love? What's life without a partner? I'm lonely. Okay? This is your future. This is what you're thinking. So these people may be getting all up in arms because you're not being emotional with them or not moving the relationship forward, and you're shutting down because they're stressing you out. But you got to realize, Capricorns, at the same time, you're sitting here saying, I'm lonely. I want somebody in my life. Maybe just not one of these two. So move forward. Now, if you're in a committed, move forward and find somebody else. Now, if you're in a committed bond, again, same thing applies. There's stress being put on you. Someone's like pushing for emotions to come from you, and that just causes you to pull back even more. But if you want a connection with somebody, you gotta figure this out and figure out how you're gonna communicate to them that they need to chill out, or that communicate to yourself that you want to open up to them a little bit. So that's what this is. How you feel about the situation is the Two of Swords. So clearly you're thinking, you see all this water in the background? This, first of all, swords, just like earth signs, they're not extremely emotional. You can display emotion, but your real emotion, the emotions that you care about, your deep feelings of love and insecurity and security, those are held really deep within you. And just like with the air sign, earth signs and air signs, emotions can scare a little bit. So this is you not facing your emotions, but also being aware that it's time to turn around and look at them and acknowledge them and figure it out and make a decision. You know that it's time because you're also knowing, you're sensing these together, these energies. You're knowing that it's time to take a plunge in some aspect, open up to your partner, make a commitment, reach out to somebody. Because they for sure are trying. They're manipulating, they're pushing forward, they're pulling back because they're like, whatever, this person is not giving me any sign of emotions, therefore that means they're not interested. But it might not mean that. You might be very interested in them, but you haven't shown them, so they don't know. And this could be actually a very wonderful partner for you. Earth signs and water signs get along really well. So you know it's time to make a decision. How your partner feels about it, they're like trying to figure out if it's time for them to walk away. They're feeling like it might be. They're not sure what the heck you're thinking because you're not showing them. And they're really contemplating walking away, but they haven't yet. Okay, they haven't yet, but they're thinking about it. This person's pulling way back and this person's just getting all up in arms because they're trying so darn hard. In your hopes and fears, we have the Nine of Pentacles. You may not be moving forward with someone because they're not stable in their life the way you need them to be. You may also not be moving forward with them because maybe you are not as stable or ready as you want them to be, as you want yourself to be. This says you are, but this is a fear. So this is saying you are ready, you are ready, you are ready. But inside you're like, I'm not ready, I'm not ready, I'm not ready. That's what all of this, that's what this is. Okay. There will be some major transformation though. You're going to come to some realization. We have the Death card here. There will be a transformation for the positive. You're making a decision to move forward or do something with respect to your love life. Make a commitment, ask them out, sit down with your partner and talk, initiate romance. You know, you're coming out of this quiet space and you're going to start taking action because you've gone through this contemplative state and you're sensing someone that you kind of don't want to walk away may actually. Okay, what are the high level messages for Capricorns? Ooh, did you see that? Three of Swords. It could be third party energy or breakup. Wheel of Fortune reverse. Stuff's not going in your way. Watch out, Capricorns. Okay. I'm not taking them, but I am talked about them. High level energies for Capricorns. Okay. Five of Pentacles reversed. King of Cups reversed. The Lovers. Okay, what's at the bottom of the deck? The Knight of Swords. I'm sensing that you have lots of people. I'm sensing this, if you're dating, you've got lots of people around you and they all want your attention. And you're just like, whoa. Okay? If you're in a committed bond, lots of energies. This could be work related. All right? But you're definitely not feeling left out in the cold. You're definitely feeling very included. Maybe overly included because that's what this energy is. That's what this person does. This person's like, peace out. This person's like, peace out. But, you know, there can be manipulation involved in this. We have the King of Cups reversed. There can be manipulation with this too, but this is more just like the Knight of Cups. This is more of somebody sensing you might not be ready, even though they are. And they're needing you to make a decision, and they're just going to really pull back until you do, which is a very smart move. And then we have the Lover's card here that talks about a head or heart decision. So there definitely can be love coming this week, or the thought of it, and the wanting to make something, move your life in a certain direction that involves love. So you're in that space where you're really getting ready, and you've got suitors. So good. All right, Capricorns. Well, thank you so much. Leave your comments below, and be sure to watch your 6-month love overview, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, thanks. Bye.